Not gonna lie, this might be the least prepared I've ever been to film a video. I have done no preparation whatsoever. I just kind of wanted to sit down and talk. I thought about this a little bit today. I just kind of wanted to film a video. So here we go. So this is gonna be part writing vlog-ish and part just like general channel update because I haven't posted a video in I think over a month. So yeah, I just wanted to sit and chat. Also, you can tell how unprepared I was for this by the fact that my hair is up today because I hate filming with my hair up, but we're going with it. So I haven't been reading very much over the past like year and a half. I feel like that's pretty obvious. I feel like honestly, ever since I started grad school, I haven't been reading as much. And I don't think it's due to anything except for me not necessarily falling out of love with reading, because that's definitely not true, but me just like devoting my time to other places and me not necessarily devoting time to reading, which I don't necessarily have a problem with. Like, I'm not like beating myself up over it, but it also means that this channel is suffering because of it. And so I just kind of wanted to chat about that a little bit. So I feel like the long and short of it is that I haven't been reading very much, and therefore I haven't really been making videos. And add to that the fact that my videos get very low view counts and there's just not a ton of motivation left to continue making videos. And I don't want to make it sound like this is like all about view count, because it's obviously not. If I were still just as excited about reading as I was like 3 years ago, I would still be making videos really consistently. But my point is that since I've been reading less and since I've seen my view count stay stagnant and go down over the past few years because I've been making less videos, it just, the motivation hasn't been there. I have been making videos, I just haven't been making book videos. I haven't been sitting down and talking. I've been making these K-pop edits that I really enjoy, and that's kind of what I've been devoting most of my free time to, other than just like randomly like watching things. Any of my productive free time is typically funneled into my K-pop channel, which is actually doing pretty well, and I'm enjoying it, but I'm definitely burning myself out just a little bit. And I say all that to say that right now, I'm kind of at a point where I've been like editing these K-pop videos like crazy, and I've been devoting almost all of my free time to that, and I need a little bit of a break. I want to do something a little bit different but productive with my free time, because I still plan on like working on that because I love it, and I just want to do it a little bit less voraciously. And I've been kind of wanting to get back into some of the things that I've pushed to the side in order to work on that channel, and one of those things, which is the reason I'm sitting and talking to you today, is writing. Over the past like couple months, I've been really wanting to write some more, and I've just have found that like I keep thinking about it in the back of my mind but not doing anything about it. So this is me doing something about it. I am having a little bit of problems with my stories, plural, which is what I wanted to talk about today. I kind of wanted to just talk and ramble about it today. But the one that I'm going to be working on over the next few weeks, possibly for Camp NaNoWriMo, is I want to work on my fanfic, my day 6 fanfic that I was working on for NaNoWriMo this past year. I want to work on that. But before I jump into like what I plan on doing, I kind of want to talk about why I've been questioning myself so much over the past couple months, because these stories are kind of causing me problems with each other. Context, one of these is something that I want to publish one day, and one of these is just a fanfic that I want to post online. So like, I am at different levels of comfort talking about the details of the story on each of these, but they share a lot of similarities. So that's kind of my problem. Basically, the long and short of it is that these two stories have very similar inciting incidents. In both of these stories, some famous person ends up moving in next door to the main character, which is kind of a cheesy trope, but I love it. And the events unfold from there. Like, so both of these start from that same similar inciting incident, but the stories that I want to tell past that are very different. So the one from NaNoWriMo a couple years ago is a little bit more centered around the main character and her friends and like this person who moves in next door, and kind of all the intermingling relationships between them and the way that they impact each other, and some like mental health issues as well. And that's the one that I want to publish. And the other one is, as I said, a fanfic. It is about Day 6. It is centered around Brian, the bassist, or Young K if you want to call him that, and my main character, who is not a real person, and a relationship that develops between them, and the problems with having a K-pop idol and a normal person dating but living on opposite sides of the world, and also some of the crazed K-pop fandom that can like cause problems in a relationship. Anyone who's into K-pop knows how big a deal an idol dating can be. So, like I said, similar inciting incidents, but the stories are very, very different. And the one that I'm wanting to work on, I think I said this earlier, but in case I didn't, the one that I'm wanting to work on right now is the fanfic. It's the one that's mostly grabbing my attention. It's more of a light story. It's like a fun one that I can just kind of write as I please, because the outline isn't as strict, and it's more of kind of a free write type thing for me right now at this moment. But the problem I'm running into is that the more I work on the story, the more I love it, the more I want to turn it into an actual, potentially publishable novel with a fictional K-pop band. And thus the problem arises because I have these two stories that I really, really love, both with the same inciting incident, but both going in completely different directions. So I mean, I guess not completely different, because like they're both still like contemporary stories, like there's not a dragon that's gonna pop up, but like you get what I mean. When I first started writing this fanfic, I just kind of thought of it as a fun little like side project while I didn't want to work on the main story. And I came up with this idea, and it just kind of came to me, and I started writing it, and it was fun, and I never even considered that it might potentially get in the way of like the novel that I was working on. Like, I knew that the inciting incidents were the same, but that the stories went in different directions, but I never considered the fact that I might want to actually turn this into a real book. Which I probably should have realized, but like I have just been like wanting to post a fanfic for like the longest time, so I figured it wouldn't be a problem because I want to write a fanfic, but I get so invested in the story that I want to turn it into something that I could potentially publish one day, and thus the problem arises. So like the first thing that came to mind was combine them, like figure out some way to combine the stories into one that can be turned into a novel. But then several other problems arise, like the fact that I have two very different plots, and they are not similar in the slightest. One of them mostly stays in the town that it starts in. The other one goes all over the world. It starts in like a tiny town, and it ends up in like South Korea at some point, because obviously one of the people is from Korea. And there's also the problem that I still want to post something online. I want to get some sort of feedback on my writing, whether it's good, bad, indifferent. I just kind of want to post a fun story online and get feedback on it. But at the same time, I've grown so attached to the story that it's something that I kind of want to publish, like I said 1,000 times at this point. So that is the conundrum that I'm finding myself in. I think that this is also helped by the fact that I feel like my main male character in the fanfic, which is obviously Brian from Day 6, I feel like as I've written him, his personality has kind of shifted a little bit from his actual personality, like not way too much, but I feel like I want to take liberties with his personality, and I feel like I can't really do that if I'm writing a fanfic about a person that a lot of people know and love. To be fair though, people do this all the time. Fanfic writers take so many liberties with real life people. Half the fanfics are about them being gay when they're not actually gay in real life. So like, I guess the liberties I'm taking aren't that big, but it just feels like I'm pushing the boundaries of a fanfic, and that makes me want to turn it into something else. Over the past few days, I've just been going back and forth and back and forth and like trying to figure out what I want to do, and like reading the draft that I was working on in November, and like just changing my mind 1,000 times, and I still haven't come to any sort of actual consensus. I mean, obviously, as I said when I talked about this story the first time, I plan on writing the entire thing before I post it online. So worst case scenario, I write the whole thing and then I decide that I want to turn it into something else, because either way it's gonna have to be edited before I start to post it. So I guess regardless of what I decide to do with the story, I'm going to work on it over the next few weeks. I think that's pretty determined. I guess I'm just having a little bit of trouble and kind of struggling with working on it if I don't know where it's going. Like, obviously not the story, but like what I'm doing with it. Like, what is the point of writing this? Like, I know that there doesn't have to be a point other than just doing it and enjoying it and making myself happy. But I feel like if there's not a point outside of that, why am I spending my time doing it when I could be editing? Like, this is the way my brain works, which is really dumb given that I spend a good chunk of time just like sitting and watching things. Just further proving my point, I'm sitting here thinking I've said about everything I wanted to say, but now trying to find some sort of point to it, because I feel like I have to wrap this up in some form or fashion and to make some sort of overarching point about what I'm saying here, because this can't just be me rambling for however long, 10 minutes, 15 seconds, I don't know. Like, that can't be it for this. Like, I have to have some sort of point to this video, to what I'm writing, to everything that I do, except for just like laying in bed and watching a video, because like that just relaxes me, I guess. I don't know. I'm rambling. Also, in case you haven't noticed, yes, it did get dark in here and it's probably gonna get light again in like 2 seconds because my light outside hates me. I really don't miss this whole like light changing scenario. That's one thing about filming that I have not missed in the time that I haven't been making videos. It just never, it's never good. It always annoys me. So let's go ahead and summarize what we've talked about here and add one more thing about the channel, because I feel like I meant to talk about this at the beginning and this is kind of important. So as I kind of said earlier in the video, my motivation to make book related videos just isn't there. And I used to continue to try to put pressure on myself to like at least just post a video at some point, post a video. And I don't think I'm gonna do that anymore. I mean, I think that's pretty evident given that I haven't posted anything in the last like month, but I just wanna make it clear that while I will still definitely post on here, I am not planning on posting regularly. And I'm sorry that the lighting is changing in this shot, but I was in the middle of a point and it just decided to be the worst. So yeah, I definitely still plan on posting on this channel, but it's definitely going to be a lot more sporadic, more like it has been like over the past month or so, rather than how it has been over the past few years, because I have other things that I'm really trying to devote my time into, and I don't want to put too much pressure on myself in every single facet of my life, or I might explode. In the upcoming like month or so, I might post some more writing videos, I might post a book video. I filmed one a few weeks ago and I still haven't edited it. So like there is gonna be stuff upcoming, but over the next few weeks it's probably gonna be more writing related if I do post anything at all. Like I said, I've been editing my K-pop videos, I've been learning Korean still, I've been trying to get back into doing that very regularly. I'm going to be writing. Those 3 things alongside work and my internship that I'm doing this summer are going to encompass most of my time apart from watching Big Brother, which is coming up soon. So I think you understand why I don't have too much time to devote to making these videos, because I just am doing all the things. This one is kind of being put to the back burner, except when I want to talk about what I've been writing recently, but like, who knows? Maybe in like 3 days I will have forgotten about writing and I'll be doing something else. Who knows? I can't make up my mind. I'm bad at this. So yeah, that's what's been going on recently. It looks like the sunlight's never coming back, so I might as well end this video before it like explodes into your retinas. I think that's about all I wanted to say as well. Basically, I'm gonna be writing a bit. I might film something writing related, but I'm probably not going to be too active on here, and I think I've explained why. So that is it for this video. How do I usually end these? It's been too long since I've filmed one of these. I don't know how I end these. So that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I will leave links down in the description to my blog, Twitter, and Goodreads. Please add me as a friend on Goodreads. I would love to be friends with all of you. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Got it. I didn't think I'd be able to do that. Got the whole outro correct. Cool. Still mad about the lighting. It's very dark in here. It's literally so bright outside when I started filming. No, it's just cloudy. It's fine. I love how I just look like a brunette right now. Like, you can't tell. I have bright red hair. It's just, I look like a brunette. Just your average girl with brown hair. It's totally normal. Also, I bought more books. I haven't read in a while, but I bought more books. I have a problem. I need to read something. Just relax and read. Shannon McGuire book. Shannon McGuire book has like 150 pages. I'd probably read that. It's so chill. It's 150 pages. It's not very much. What's it even called? Wayward Home? No, that's Wayward School. Wayward School is falling down. No, Wayside School. It's Wayside School. What is that book called? Something about, so there's Beneath the Sugar Sky. Beyond the Sticks and Bones, right? Under the Never Sky. That's not it. That's a different thing. That's a sci-fi trilogy. What is that book called? I'm too lazy to go and get it. I'm gonna go get it. I can't remember what it's called. Every Hearted Doorway. That's what it's called. Every Hearted Doorway. I don't know why I couldn't remember that, but that's what this is called, is Every Hearted Doorway. Why am I still talking? I finished my video. Don't knock Sherlock over. You knocked Sherlock over. Bad. We're nice to Sherlock in this household. Okay, now I'm actually leaving for real. Bye.